KATC Weather Lab. Here's Eric's forecast.
After a few evening showers, the sun came back out, and that created some beautiful rainbow shots across a good portion of Acadiana. So let's go to one of those that was sent into us from Becky York over in Brobridge. A double rainbow over at her house. You can see extending the entire arch through her backyard. You have that bright sunshine coming in after those quick downpours move through a good portion of Acadiana. Many of us throughout Lafayette were able to get wonderful pictures, and you did send those into KATC. So thank you for sharing your photos with us and enjoying this fantastic evening we had across the area, but that is setting up a damp and muggy night as temperatures are still hanging on to the upper 70s. You can see those showers that we had earlier this afternoon and into the evening, but those have now begun to fade. We do have some decent cloud coverage to our north that'll be streaming down to the south, so that'll be with us at least for another couple hours, but I do expect these clouds to clear out and temperatures should make their way down into the lower 70s by the time you wake up tomorrow morning. We'll start off with dry conditions and a mix of sun and clouds. Clouds will begin to bubble up by about lunchtime, but we're still dry, so no real issues through the first half of our day and even pushing into the afternoon. Unlike the past several days where we saw a good bit of scattered activity, I'm going with just more of isolated activity. So we'll call it just a 20, maybe a 30% chance for some of those showers, mainly back through Iberia and down into St. Mary parishes. I do think we have a little bit more of a northeasterly breeze, and that'll get those basin specials going where they'll fire up over the basin and then work their way down into Iberia, St. Mary, and maybe into Vermilion Parish. So you'll have the better chance to maybe seeing at least an isolated stray shower tomorrow afternoon. Most of us do stay dry, and with that sunshine, temperatures will start to heat back up. So temperatures this evening, as mentioned, get down into the low to mid 70s. That's where we'll start off tomorrow morning. By lunchtime, we're heating up quickly with that sunshine, getting into the mid 80s, already feeling like the low to mid 90s. So starting to feel much more like August as we do flip the calendar. We're going to start to see those summertime temperatures return upper 80s, but I wouldn't be surprised if we do see some lower 90s across a good portion of Acadiana. As those rain chances go down, we'll have more sunshine throughout a larger portion of the day, and that should get those temperatures back to where they should be for this time of year in those lower 90s. And then pretty much a repeat story on Friday. Start off in the mid 70s and top out in the upper 80s to lower 90s with a mix of sun and clouds and just a stray shower possible during the afternoon. The real story that's getting active is the tropics. We're still watching a couple systems. We got this one near Puerto Rico heading up towards the Bahamas, but you can see not really all that organized. And then our other system, that is the one that we're beginning to watch a little bit more. You can still see not overly organized right now, just a broad area of some showers and thunderstorms, but the National Hurricane Center has now bumped this up to a 70% chance of it maybe becoming something by about this weekend. Still unfavorable conditions in the next couple days, but as it continues to work off to the west-northwest and get closer to the Lesser Antilles Islands by about this weekend, that's where we do expect conditions to become a little bit more favorable for this to maybe become a tropical depression or storm. But the good news is it does look like it tracks more to the north and stays off the east coast. So as of right now, no concern for the Gulf of Mexico. The one a little bit closer to home, you can see still not overly that organized, and that's why it only has a 10% chance of development as it rides up the east coast. What we really think is this is just going to be more of a rainmaker for a good portion of Florida and then coastal areas of Georgia into the Carolinas through the weekend and into next week. Jumping across the ocean and into the eastern Pacific, we're still watching two systems over there. Major Hurricane Eric with 115-mile-an-hour winds beginning the weekend, though, and should weaken down to a Category 2 storm by tomorrow. And then we have our tropical storm Flossie that has 70 miles per hour winds. But you can see Eric getting pretty close to the big island of Hawaii. Already have tropical storm warnings issued for the southern waters of the big island. Now, it is expected to continue to move pretty much due west, so the bulk of it misses the island, but maybe some heavy showers across the southern portion of the island. Then Flossie is expected to move across the northern portion of the island. So a couple busy days for the big island of Hawaii over the coming days as those two systems head closer to home, and then you can see broader systems are developing. So a damp, muggy night for us, 73 for that overnight low, and then for our Thursday, partly sunny, a little hotter as I do think we hit the 90s with a 20% chance for that stray shower during the afternoon. Low rain chances through the weekend, and that gets temperatures back into those 90s, feel like temperatures into the triple digits, so feeling very much like August as we flip the calendar tomorrow, and it looks like the 90s stick with us even into the following week with maybe slightly better rain chances by next Tuesday and Wednesday.
Alrighty, thank you, Eric.